welcome back to the Bullish Money Media channel. I first wanted to say thank you very much to all the people that have posted regarding my two videos I made about censorship on Steemit. And I'm particularly encouraged by the fact that it seems to me a vast majority of Steemians agree with me on the idea that there is de facto censorship on Steemit. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I actually thought I was going to get down flagged for posting my two videos about Steemit because if I just may speak honestly, okay, I'm just being very respectful. Sometimes I don't really see the difference between some Steemians and Jesus freaks, and by Jesus freaks I mean the people who are like involved in Christian cults, okay. You know, the people that you know, dance around and wave flags in the air and start speaking in tongues and just going. I've been in churches under false pretense, by the way, but I've been in some churches where these girls start running around, like literally running around and around the corridor, and then the pastor's out there, and then the pastor says, "Now let the Holy Spirit enter," and then these girls start you know, giggling and just gaggling, and then I've seen them just like start, you know, like going, you know, on the floor, and you know, just start like hyperventilating and just like laughing and stuff, and I was just like, I mean, you know, this is not the Holy Spirit, okay? Whatever, I don't know what it is, but this is certainly not the Holy Spirit. And but sometimes you get the idea when you talk to some Steemians, and I'm just speaking honestly from my own personal observations, but a lot of Steemians are drinking the Kool-Aid and you know, drinking the Holy Spirit, so to speak, and it's just, you know, it's kind of crazy. And so I thought, man, if I, you know, put up this video, it really cuts to the core. It really exposes a critical vulnerability on the Steemit network. Should I actually go ahead and do it? And I figured, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it because people know where I'm coming from. People know my heart, and people know that I mean well, and I try my best to produce great content and start contributing to the Steemit network. And I have contributed to the Steemit network. I put Steemit on the mainstream media, which was featured on Yahoo News, MSN Money, and NASDAQ. And I'm about to post another, there will be another article that talks about the Snapchat app, but also mentions that Steemit is a competitor to Snapchat and all other mainstream social media networks. So I have tangibly contributed to the Steemit network. So you guys know that my opinion comes from a pure place, and I'm just speaking honestly about honest problems within this network. And the idea of censorship really bothers me because we, as YouTubers, typically have come on board to the Steemit network in the hopes that this is truly a decentralized platform. And structurally, the architecture is decentralized, okay? And this is where it gets tricky for a lot of incoming folks, is that the architecture itself, the infrastructure, is decentralized. However, there's that key vulnerability where you give people negative voting power. You give people positive voting power, but you also give people negative voting power. And that negative voting power, the magnitude of that power, is tethered to Steem power. So basically, rich people could come on board, like anybody. Like, imagine like a Hollywood A-lister comes on to Steemit and brings, you know, buys like, he just buys out the entire market capitalization of Steemit, converts it to Steem power, okay? So that person immediately has just this massive voting power, both positive and negative. Now imagine though, okay, that you had all these Hollywood A-listers come on board Steemit, okay? That means that essentially the entire community will be at the mercy of Hollywood A-listers. So that means that if you support certain conservative ideas or values or principles, you're screwed, because let's say a Hollywood A-lister, I don't know, Johnny Depp, for example, he went kind of crazy. I think he joked about assassinating President Trump or whatever, but let's say Johnny Depp decides to, you know, start curating content. He notices content that might appear to be pro-Christian or pro-family or pro-life. Boom, that person or all the people that support that kind of content, Johnny Depp says, F you, you're done, you're gone. Okay, so now you have negative reputation, you're screwed.